Hey gang, time for something completely different. Exploration, historical thing. Pentiment, historical exploration game about an artist in history. Coming out today on Gamepass. It's on Steam, and you know, we got it courtesy of Xbox Canada. Be analyzed. Easy to read, I think. Better for stream. Yep, autosave. Let's climb into the bowels of history. I hope everybody's having a good day. Ooh. Hey, Mel. We're erasing history. How are you, Mel? Obsidian Entertainment. Xbox Studios. Not too bad at work. Oof. Well, hopefully work treats you gently. I'm going to explore the world of Pentiment. Chill vibes for the day. Brent playing bunnies and sheep. That one bunny really blows. Oh, the protected list this week, so I should be good. No phones for me. Ball. Nice. Not sure what to expect from this game, but we shall explore it together. Holy Roman Empire, April 1518. Passing Bavaria. As far as I recall, it's set in the Bavarian Alps. An artist sleeps. An artist's mind. And the abbot said to me, Andreas, how different you play as the bad guys. Yeah. I don't want you distracting the sisters in the library. I need you to finish this commission by the end of April. Keep your conversations with Brother Piero to a minimum. I don't want you distracting the sisters in the library. Up to the devil's work again, are you? Don't encourage him. Devotion to one's work can yield pleasures of the mind superlative to those of the body. Why am I having a conversation with these people? Oh, it's a dream. Of course Socrates would be in my dream. Whether you need to spend time with more exciting lovers, or I need to learn... Either you need to spend time with more exciting lovers, or I need to learn how to work the Socrates way. How did you reply to the abbot, Andreas? I apologized and said I'd be more mindful. I said it's not my fault that God made me this handsome, or I ignored him. Which is what that comment warranted. God made me handsome. We're gonna be a right assholes in this, I think. You're insufferable. Alas, the Christian faith views desire less favorably than I did in my time. Oh? This longing for you will instill in them a greater appreciation of beauty. There we go. I knew Socrates had my back. Socrates. Right. Try telling that to the abbot next time, Andreas. The despite the abbot's ire. You must endure. Soon you will have finished both the abbot's work as well as your masterpiece. And then you can return to Nuremberg, where marriage and your new life as a master await you. Yes, marriage to someone he has never met. Hardly ideal. Well, the alternative is becoming a philosopher. Oh, Jesus. Then you should definitely get married. Is she pretty at least? That's what my brother said. Oh. Bag? Okay. That's what my brother said in his letters. But maybe he's just trying to lift my spirit. The small portrait they sent was lovely, but we artists can be flatterers. Oh, who knows? That's not why I'm doing it anyway. Who knows? It is growing late. The wheel of time stops for no man, Andreas. I fear you must leave us. Ah, true, your majesty. Will you visit us again soon? Hopefully, but it's out of my control. I don't know, your majesty. Well, I can't always dream of this place, your majesty. Hopefully, but it's out of my control, your majesty. There are many things. Trust in Providence. Gervain, please see Andreas safely home. Of course, your majesty. Until next time, Andreas. Until next time, your majesty. I'm gonna be doing a lot of... Fuck! Pay no attention to the other fools, Andreas. Boat's fucking lit. Let's go. I never do. That's Panda there. Ooh. It's all my friends in Discord. That's what this is. It's like one of our Discord chats. Mikey's hanging off the sail. At least I would if they stopped stepping on my feet. Danny's punching the guy. Angel's over there with the weed. These fools, Andreas. No point in trying to teach them anything. I know old John wants you to endure the abbot's shit, but since I take you home, I get the last word. Don't let him run you ragged, boy. Well, the abbot can't push me around. He's just trying to keep order in the abbey. I'm an outsider. Oh, Angel is the one getting beat by Danny. Okay, that's probably more accurate. It will be fine. I don't want to cause any more trouble. I won't. The abbot can't push me around. That's what I like to hear. Oh, my fucking knees. Dalton? Go. Would you please stop? Yeah. I give up. Take me home, Grubbin. As you wish, Andreas. Why is a small child poking me with a stick? Peeking out with the licking. I know, right? Good morning, Ursula. Goom, under. Time to get up. Chapter 1, The Baron, April 1518. The Key of Solomon have given me all these books to read. I really should clean this up. Do I have quests? What is this? Another day, another few pages for the abbot, and hopefully a few for myself. I need to get across town and head up to the abbey so I can start work at the scriptorium. Okay. There's the map. All the places we need to explore. Okay. Goodness. All the people we'll meet. Prior Frenic. Brother Piero of Verona. Then the glossary. Nuremberg, free imperial city of the Holy Roman Empire. Major trading center and city of arts, including printing. I don't want to go to bed. This is interesting. Hander. I feel the same way, kid. I feel the same way. Clara? Good morning, Andreas. Did you sleep well? Quite well, actually, thank you. Ordinary, as far as sleeping goes. Not well, but there's nothing to be done about it now. That sums up my life. Oh, I'm sorry, Andreas. I can change the straw in the mattress if you like. Don't trouble yourself, Clara. You have enough to deal with. I appreciate it, thank you. Shrug. Anyway, I know you'll be off to the Abbey, so I packed you some food. Almond cheese and some of that rye you like from the Albanes. Otto wanted me to ask you to join him for dinner at the Abbey. Otto stopped by? Yes, around dawn. Yeah, he's an early one. Just pulled that envelope out of the ground? Oh, it's the lunch off the table. Okay. Here you are, Andreas. That's too kind of you, Clara. Many thanks. Be polite to Clara. She's nice. She made me lunch. Master Andreas, if it wouldn't be too much trouble, could we... He wants to pork. Oh, damn it. Would it be too much trouble if you paid next month's rent today? And if we raised it by 2 groschen? I hate to ask, but we're behind on our taxes to the Abbey. 2 months behind. Peter's losing his hair over it. Even more than usual, I mean. Oh no. Darn taxes. Of course it's not a problem at all, besides we wouldn't want Peter to lose more of his precious hair. I suppose that's not out of the question. Yes, I think I can manage that. I can't promise anything. We'll see what I can do. Well, wait. Were these taxes unexpected? Yeah. I'm concerned about... Let's be the nice guy on this one. He made us lunch. God bless you, Andreas, and may St. Luke watch over you today. Speaking of St. Luke, how's your masterpiece coming along? It's been 2 months now, hasn't it? Slowly, I'm afraid. Most of my days are spent doing work for the Abbey. It's only during the divine office that Prior Frennick allows me to work on my masterpiece. A reasonable restriction, but slow going. The city council doesn't require it to become a master. I'm making it mostly to show clients, and for my own sake. And yes, when I finish, I will go back to Nuremberg, where I will marry and open a workshop of my own. From Nuremberg to a university, and now traveling the world as an artist. What a life you have ahead of you, Master Andreas. Yes, I suppose it does feel like I'm starting a new chapter in my life after a few missteps, some wandering, a little too much fun. Must be rather frightening, starting all over again. I owe it to my family to make something of my life. It is, but I know now that this is what I wanted to do. I don't owe my family nothing. This will be remembered. Not many people get to decide that. Probably not anyone in Tassing. Anyway, I don't know anything about art, but I've seen you sketching some beautiful things in your little book. Your masterpiece must be wonderful. I hope so. It is, it's my finest work. It's getting there. Well, it's hard to say until it's done. It's getting there. Hard work will get you all the way. That's what my father used to say. God rest his soul. No, I have to get back to my own work. Have a good day at the Abbey, Andreas, and we'll see you after Vespers for supper. Not tonight, but thank you, Clara. Klaus Drucker invited me over for supper. Of course, please say hello to the Druckers for us. Of course. Until later, Clara. That was a whole lot of talking. Oh. Was the way outside? Peter? Andreas? Hello, Peter? God bless you. Andreas? Oh. Oh, yes. Andreas. This weather's been god-awful. This town's gone to shit since my days. Well, I don't think the townsfolk can do much about the weather. This thing's very different when you were young. It's different as beer and piss. The old abbot didn't bother us much about our customs. He didn't mind if we left a little offering to church to keep the skies clear, the weather fair. Matthias knew that Christ was in our hearts, even if the White Lady's name was on our lips. The church banned all observances of pagan gods, though, Peter? What sort of old customs? I thought St. Maur's protected Tassing. You think the spirits have been fouling the weather since no one follows the customs anymore? Sort of old customs. The kind that scare away witches and keeps spirits from calling storm clouds over our farms. The saints weren't the first to watch over Tassing. My father knew that. Old Rannig Kemper knew that. That bastard abbot may not like it, but some of us keep the traditions alive. That's right. Keep your things going. Stay strong. Like the old widow Hilla. I won't mention that at the Abbey. What do these traditions entail? Like the old widow. Yes, she always hangs the door frame with lavender to keep the spirits out. Even if it doesn't help with spirits, it does smell nice. I see. Yeah, oh, I should go. Alright, God bless you. Nope, can't go that way. Running. Go. Oh, it's Big George. Morning, Big George. How's it going? You working today? Just taking a rest for a bit. Dad's still in the field. He hit a big rock with the plow, and it took me Lord knows how long to pull it out. You off to the Abbey? Every day but Sunday. Right, thank God for Sundays. Smells like a storm coming, no? It just smells like fresh alpine air to me. You've been traveling too much. Where was it you went? Spent your Wanderhair before you came to Tassing? Let's see. I'll pick up background that will affect your character's choices going forward. Press and hold to confirm your choice. Basil? Knows some Italian and French and can reference cultural touchstones from Basil. And nearby Bern, Zurich, and Freiburg. Flanders knows some Dutch and French and can reference cultural touchstones from Antwerp, Bruges, and Ghent. Italy knows Italian, a little Greek, and can reference cultural touchstones from Florence, Venice, and Milan. That actually makes more sense to me. Italy. Florence for a while, but Venice and Milan as well. Makes sense for an artist to go to Italy. Italy? No wonder your senses are dull. You've been down there too long. Spend enough time in these mountains and you'll be able to smell a storm coming. Okay. How long will that take? 10, 15 years. Not long at all. I don't think I have that long, Big George. What did you spend all that time in Italy doing anyway? Other than art, I mean. Seeks out pleasure wherever he goes. He's extremely social and quite experienced in all the enjoyable vices of the world. Lives to work and dedicates all his time to his art. Spends all his non-working free time finding and reading as many books as possibly can. Rapscallion. Has a penchant for getting involved in petty schemes, pranks, minor crimes, and fistfights. Devotes much of his time to self-promotion, optimizing business expenses, making investments, and balancing his books. Alright, kids. We're gonna go full hedonist. I was in a whorehouse! Italian women are pretty beautiful, and the wine is exquisite. What do you think I spent my time doing? Sounds like fun, but you better not let Father Thomas hear about it. Why not? Priests tell me to emulate the lives of the saints. Lol! I revere St. Augustine, who said, Lord, make me chaste, but not yet. Oh boy. If you say so, Andreas, I still think you're going to get in trouble with Father Thomas. Oh boy. George! Where's my super suit? Anyway, I have to get going. George, let's go! Dad's already acting like I'm taking too long, even though I did all the work to get that rock out. See you later, Andres. Until later. Oh. Andres? Andres Smithy. It's so much smaller than the one he used at the Abbey. I can't go that way. Martin, please, can you give me a hand here? What do you want? I'm keeping an eye on them. Martin's gonna get in trouble. That looks a lot like standing there and doing nothing. Martin, for Christ's sake, help your cousin. Morning, Andres. Excuse us. One of the fence rails fell and the sheep started hopping it. Is there something I can do to help? No, excuse me. I'll try to stay out of your way. Martin, idiot, you going to help them? Mind your own business, asshole. Mind your own business, asshole. Martin, that's enough. Andres, leave the discipline to my mother. Oh, look, there's something going on up at Steinhauer's place. Who are these assholes? Who's on that horse? Looks rich. I don't know, Martin, but Lucky is giving him an earful. Christ, I haven't seen Lucky that worked up since Peter and Clara's wedding, when Johann pulled his pants down. What is this town? Knocked two of my man's teeth out. You don't want to feel the strength behind a stonemason's anger. You think he's a noble? He looks really rich. Damn it, Martin, stay out of trouble for once. What on, Hetty? Behave yourself. Don't we have enough to deal with right now? Andres, if you wouldn't mind moving your skinny little body up the road, we need to get these sheep under control. Of course, see you later. Don't work too hard, Martin. Good luck. Help your aunt and cousin, alright? Eat benefits. Oh, fuck. So begins my villain arc, apparently. How do I get up there? Church and Rutgers. Okay. Can I go up there and find out what's going down? Or the sheep in the way? Yeah, the sheep are in the way. Alright. I want to be nosy! Just gonna say hi? Yeah. Okay. Alright. Get out of here. What? Morning, Andres. How's it going? Morning, Plus. Another day at the Abbey, another few hours to work on my masterpiece. Good to hear. You still coming by for supper tonight? Marie and Bert would love to see you. You really need to see these new woodcuts I have for an Italian edition of Till Eulenspiegel? I didn't realize Father Thomas let you print books in Italian. Come on, Andreas, he's not that strict. I know he's trying to protect people from heresy, witch mania, adventure stories of questionable moral repute. Your sloppy typesetting. Heresy. Heresy bad. Sure, why not? Some of the things people are publishing these days will make a bishop's head spin. Or an abbot's. It doesn't take much for that one, with that one. I know it, but at least I don't have to deal with him much. So, supper tonight after Vespers? Of course, thank you. Always take free food. Great, I'll tell Marie and Bert you're coming. See you then. See you later. Back the way. God bless, Master Muller. I hope your week is going well. Thank you, Father. It's going quite well. I'm just on my way up the hill to get to work. Good, Andreas. I don't recall seeing you at Sunday morning Mass. You understand how important it is for your salvation that you receive Holy Communion, don't you? Yes, I apologize, Father Thomas. I promise I'll make it this summer. I do, but I've been working on sketches late at night. And it just stayed up to... Andreas, this is about more than your success in this life. This is another... Oh my, what a blessed day to have such an illustrious visitor. Master Marlowe, this is Lorenz, Baron of Rothvogel, a great lord from the countryside near Worms. Good to see you, Father Thomas. It is nice to be remembered fondly. The writing sound effect is so distracting. Why is it so loud? I don't know, Mel. I think that's sort of the point. It's supposed to be written into the book, like you're experiencing a history book. So it's the scribe writing the words. I really wish all of your neighbors were as welcoming. Well, yes. What brings you back to our little town? My wife and I returned from a trip to Venice. We spent a few days in Innsbruck, and it was terribly dull. I mean, it has a certain charm common to these alpine cities, but the place was crawling with nobles from the Emperor's diet. The Emperor? Was he there? Did you see him? Oh, briefly, but he was sitting for a portrait at the time. Quite lovely. I didn't want to bother him or the painter. Who is the artist, my lord? Was the diet assembled? How was Venice, my lord? I lived there only a few years ago. Yeah, we'll go with that one. Oh, fascinating. Well, the city's Jews now live in their own quarter in the north. The city's artists are still producing wonderful work. Titane, in particular, is a god. No offense, brother. Of course. Anyway, my wife wanted to stay a bit in Innsbruck, and I decided to ride ahead to make a visit to Curacao. I heard Father Matthias died shortly after my last visit, of course. A great loss for the Abbey and for all of us. Indeed. By good fortune, I recently came across a copy of the Historia Tasse he was reading during my last visit. Father Matthias was hoping to find a second copy to corroborate the contents of the first. It contains some fascinating details about the history of this place. I'm afraid they might even cause a bit of a scandal. Ah, yes. But I must be off. There'll be time enough to discuss Tassing's past later. I commissioned the manuscript from the Abbey, though Father Gernot and I have come to check on his progress. Oh, my lord, if you come to see your manuscript, you should speak with young Master Muller here. Not quite a true master yet. I still have to marry and be approved by our council. It's an honor to meet you, my lord. Andreas is a journeyman artist from Nuremberg. For the last few months, he's been also helping in the Abbey scriptorium. A Nuremberg artist working in an Abbey scriptorium in 1518? Oh, we should talk, Andreas. I must know the story. Of course, my lord, it would be an honor. I'm already late to the Abbey, but I suppose it's all right. Surely, my lord, would find little entertainment or companionship in me. Of course, my lord, it would be an honor. I'm gonna piss off the Abbey people. It's fine. Wonderful. It's so rare to find someone in the countryside who knows anything about art. Thank you for the introduction, Father Thomas. Come to supper at the Abbey tonight. I'm inviting you to the Abbot's table. Did the Abbot invite me? Oh, don't worry about it, Father. Just show up after Vespers. What is he going to do, refuse us? Excellent, we'll see you then. Nicholas, I'm dismounting. Run ahead of us and take the horses to the Abbey's guest house. I'd like to take my time talking with Master Muller. I'll meet you there. Am I invited to the supper too? I'm not quite sure. At once, my lord. So then, a journeyman from Nuremberg. Forgive me for saying so, but you seem a little old, not be yet a master. Are you unmarried? No, I'm not married, but in truth, I came to my vocation later than my father and brothers. I was in university for a number of years, in Erfurt. Erfurt? Wonderful! The same university as Martin Luther. Have you read his works? Tremendous mind. He says things about the church that should have been said years ago. Might get him into trouble, but he is a brave, brilliant man. Wait. You may have even met him. Did you? You must tell me. No, he was a few years ahead of me. So those ideas do seem fascinating? The ideas don't hold much interest for me, I'm afraid. They are interesting. I agree, wholeheartedly. Simply must meet him if I get the chance. Wonder if the good brothers of the Abbey have heard of him. Perhaps they've even read his list of 95 These against the church. Father Matthias was not above having a lively debate. I hope Father Gano does not disappoint in that regard. But enough about Luther for now. Tell me about your university studies. Forgive me, Baron, but did you attend university? You seem very well educated. Why are you so interested in my education? Let's not be rude to the Baron. He might be a good patron. No, my family is merely wealthy enough to have provided me with all the books and tutors a child could dream of. I love all knowledge, from Aristotle and Cicero to Philonio and Aramis, and everyone in between and yet to come. I may have misjudged his Baron. He seems as well-read as any university student. In truth, I am simply happy to speak with another well-educated man. Now then, did you earn your doctorate? No, I didn't. Only a master's degree. I started working towards a doctorate, but didn't finish. Oh, that's a shame. Well, what was your area of study? Theology, imperial law, of medicine? Understanding of Catholic theology, imperial law, medicine, basic human biology, medicine, illness. Imperial law. I was gonna be a lawyer. I threw it away to become an artist. Because that's what you do in 1518. Law. I suppose I thought I could practice in Nuremberg. Never had much interest in the subject, honestly. A bit dull for my tastes. Besides, the Empire is such a mess of jurisdictions. Bavarian law, Rhenish law, Franconian law. Nonsense. I'd rather use my money to pay someone who studied that nonsense than learn it myself. There. You. If I had any faith, I would have prayed you'd never show your face here again. What? Curse you, Lorenz Rothvogel. Such as dogs tearing you to pieces would be too kind of fate. Oh, snap! There's some angst there. These rustic communities display a shocking lack of hospitality, don't you think? Yeah, I want the tea. Who knows? By the time I finish guessing, the old crone will probably be dead. Wow. Dude must be a little shady. What of your early time in university? Every student must study the Trivium and Quadrivium, right? Yes? Did you have a favorite subject? Latinist. Has a strong command of Latin grammar and vocabulary. He can also easily call Te Aqua. Logic? No. Orator. Excellent at rhetoric in university. He is a skilled teacher, persuader, and public speaker. Occultist? There's a soul-endangering amount of theoretical and practical knowledge on alchemy, astrology, necromancy, heaven and earth. Fuck it. Let's go with occultist. Let's be a right bad boy. I used to access my university's library to pursue more esoteric interests. Oh, esoteric how? Mystical texts, books on alchemy, invoking spirits, divination, purely academic, of course. Of course. I started with Vinisio's Corpus Hermeriticum, and my interest only deepened from there. Quite interesting, Andreas. I'll make some time to speak with you more on this subject during this topic during my stay. Please just be discreet about it, my lord. Yes, that's why we'll talk about it later. Okay, grumpy face. In your other studies, was there anything else you excelled at? Skilled teacher, persuader, public speaker. Latin would be handy. But being a... Or astronomy. Plants and animals from study and personal experience. Let's go with public speaking. He would have been a streamer. The art of persuasion, naturally. Rhetoric. Ah, I assume you studied the Greeks and Romans both. Yes, Aristotle and Cicero, of course, but also Christian thinkers like Augustine and Thomas Aquinas. True, we have less use for public discourse than senators did in the Roman Republic. Exactly, the doctors of the church weren't trying to persuade politicians, but to move the mind toward Christian truth. Still, the principles remain the same. Invent your arguments, then arrange, style, and internalize them before delivering them to your audience. Splendid, though I suppose an artist has little use for rhetoric, especially in a place such as this. Not true, rhetoric is an art, and like other forms of art, it can be created for the audience and its purpose. It can be practiced as easily in the streets of a rural town as in Curia of Rome. Well put. Ah, there's the abbey. It's a long fucking walk. I have good memories of this place with Father Matthias. I was sad to hear of his passing. How did you come to know him? How did you come to know Curacao at all? My family has been patrons of Curacao for, I don't know how many generations. Some years ago, I heard that Curacao still had a wonderful library and artisans. Professional artists have taken over most manuscript production, so I was shocked to find an active scriptorium here. Not much left these days. 2 old men, a young scribe, and me. Good place for any to create art. The artists that remain here are quite talented, if a bit old-fashioned. Well, Curacao is more than a bit old-fashioned. Some of my friends think I'm mad for commissioning a manuscript from an abbey in this day and age. Well, my family has been patrons of Curacao for generations. It seems wrong to stop while there's still talent here. I commissioned a manuscript for Father Gano a year ago. I thought I would stop by and check on the progress. Wait, are you the archivist working on it? It's a prayer book with 20 illustrations. I know the work, but no, I'm not the artist. Well, the venerable Brother Piero. But I do know the artist, too. How venerable. He still has his wits and skills, if that's what concerns you. Brother Piero has an incredible talent with color. Then I very much look forward to seeing it. 3 eternities later. Nicholas, send the horses and the baggage. I'm heading up to the abbey. Yes, my lord. I shouldn't get in trouble. I was with the noble guy. Well, let's not keep the abbot waiting any longer. Oh. Nuns. Quite unusual for a Benedictine house to have monks and nuns, even if they are separated. The church closed most of them centuries ago. But then Curacao is a place out of time in more ways than one. Do you know Mother Cecilia? You seem to recognize you. We are acquainted, yes. Let's leave it at that. Ah, you must be Father Gano. I am Lorenz, Baron of... Yes, the Baron of Rothvogel. So wonderful to have you here again. We actually did meet on your last visit. Ah, if you say so. I am not good with remembering faces. Please forgive me, my lord, but I wasn't expecting you for another few days. Yes, I know. But I wrote ahead. I just couldn't wait to see my manuscript. I'm sure it's no trouble. Yes, I mean, no, it's no trouble. Do you want to see it now? Oh, in a moment. I could do with a bit of refreshment, though. May I grab something from the kitchen? ... Yes, certainly, my lord. I will meet you there. Uh-oh. Something going on. Andreas, I don't know what you were doing with the Baron, but I need you in the scriptorium now. Of course, Father, I'm eager to work. Why are you taking this out on me? He's not my problem. Is this a bad time to ask for an advance on my payment for the Book of Hours? Of course, Father. Then get to work. He's cranky. Shit, I should have asked him about an advance for the Gertner's taxes. Maybe I could just convince Brother Matthias to pay me early. Bayou? Find a way to get paid. Alright. Where's the scriptorium? Oh, it's inside the... Okay, it's inside the church. Alright. Oh, wait. Turn down the sound effects a little bit and the ambient noise. That'll hopefully reduce the... Monastery lock. We're gonna explore. Sure. Place is a fucking maze. Infirmary, the Upper Abbey. Chapter House. Garden. Courtyard and Lavatorium. Rectory. Oh, somebody here. 1 second. Alright, sorry about that, gang. Took me a minute, I had to take the puppy out. On top of some mother-in-law showing up. Yes, I am, but I'll be leaving soon, returning to Rome. I and my bishop regret that we could not reciprocate Father Rudolph's generosity earlier. You showed much kindness to our priests, Council of Constance, many, many years ago. Will you remain in Rome? This is up to my bishop, but I will miss these mountains in any case. You should travel to Ethiopia, Master Muller, and see the highlands. God has blessed my home with a wondrous beauty. I would love to, someday. I still need to return to Nuremberg and open up my workshop. Yes, someday. Well then, if you are ever in Rome, I may be still around. I've only made it as far south as Florence, but I'd like to see Rome. By the way, if you have some time in the next few days, it would be nice to share a meal with you and some of the townsfolk. Townsfolk? I'm accustomed to strange looks, especially in rural places like these, but I have had kind words with the baker and his wife. Oh yes, the Albans, Ulrich and Gret. I offered to tell a story to the children and their mothers over a meal someday. Gret seemed excited about the idea, but it would be more comfortable if you were there as well. I can certainly make time. It sounds like a good way to spend some time. Thank you, Andreas. I look forward to it. God give you health. Still want to get to this. There's a dormitory, cemetery, kitchen and cellar. I don't know where I'm going. Church, Old Bailey. Right, need to look at the map again. Oh, we're almost there. Okay. We're finding our way through this maze. There's the scriptorium. Cemetery, okay. Friar's house. Alright. Place is huge. Piero. Andres, God bless you. Good to see you. So good to see you. Good morning, Brother Piero. Good to see you as well. I don't like this weather. My bones ache. It means a storm's coming. Big George Gertner says that if you live here 10 or 15 years, you can smell storms coming. Brother Adok has been here long enough that we can always smell him coming. Oh! Damn, Guy. Do not forget, Brother Guy, the fate of the youths who jeered the aged prophet Elisha outside of Bethel. Are you comparing yourself to a prophet? I'm comparing you to an impudent youth, whom the Lord, in his ineffable wisdom, may choose to strike down. Can you show more respect? You're being mean-spirited. Calm yourself, Brother Eddock. You're too sensitive to these jokes. I'm not gonna get in between those two. They can bicker all they want. They're probably lovers. Well, everyone seems quite lively. I suppose that means Brother Fennec is not overseeing us today? He was here, but then I heard Lorenz Rothvogel had arrived and he hurried out like a little mouse. Ferenc is so desperate to impress the abbot and nobles like Rothvogel, it's pathetic. You feign kindness to Father Abbot and our prior only to speak about them like this behind their backs. It's shameful. Oh no. Baron Rothvogel, his manuscript. I just realized that he'll want to see his manuscript. How silly of me. Of course that's why he's visiting. Perhaps if you were younger and faster, you wouldn't need to worry so much about patrons' visits. What's the problem? The Baron is just one client? He has to wait like everyone else? See, someday you'll stand where Piero is, and a young monk will stand where you are now. And what's the problem? The Baron is just one client. He has to wait like anyone else. Baron Vogel is not like anyone else. He has powerful friends, including the Prince Bishop of Phrasing. Curacao is already out of favor. Father Abbot does not want to have to deal with more attention. Well, if Prior Fenric isn't here, I'm going to work on my masterpiece until he arrives. Oh, that's right. I need to reference the Indur Mal Manuscript. Oh, words. God damn. Wow. What do you want, Andreas? A book. The Endermau manuscript. The Book of Hours. Your hair looks messy today. Did you get enough sleep? Could I just get the book? What do you mean? No, because I was dreaming about you. Liar. Could I just get the book? Oh, it's all the way upstairs. Can't you get by without it? I'm sorry, I really need it. I need to reference it for my work. Really, my feet hurt and the stairs are so steep. I'm going to ask Illuminata to get it. Sister Illuminata! Andreas needs help finding a book, and I don't know where it is. Andreas? Sister Illuminata, I'd like to borrow the Endermau manuscript, the Book of Hours. Yes, I overheard. Here, please return it promptly. What does he want? Yes, may I see your masterpiece? See how your masterpiece is coming? Of course, your opinion is always welcome. Yes, the composition is lovely. There's a joyful spirit in the arrangement of the figures. The contrast of colors is quite nice, rich and beautiful on their own, but not overpowering the scene. It doesn't feel right, I don't know why. It's an excellent interpretation of someone else's work. What do you mean? It's all my work? My son, you're copying the illustrations from the Endermau manuscript almost exactly. So, what's wrong with that? Haven't I improved on it? Aesthetically, yes, it's wonderful, but I feel you've not given it much thought to what it represents. It's November. In November, we show peasants leading the pigs into the forest to forage on acorns before the slaughter. Andreas, the peasants here are no longer allowed to forage acorns in the forest. Many great lords and abbots across the empire have forbidden it, even Father Gano. What difference does it make? This is the way November is painted. But it is not the way November is. Art is illusion, storytelling, but in their most sublime form, these images illuminate a path to truth. It's the most important to me that my clients are happy. They won't pay me for truth. Yes, but with God's grace, this Book of Hours will outlive us all. What will it say to those who see it in the future generations, centuries beyond our comprehension? That's getting deep. Some will gaze down into your lines and paint, see a deeper meaning. What will they find? But you need not listen to my opinions. They are just the thoughts of one old monk. There is no place for monastic scriptoria anymore. In truth, this room is a place out of time. Why is that? Why has Curacao kept this up for so long? Some people, some places have a difficult time letting go of the past. I am not among them. The creation of books of art is no longer the province of monasteries. So be it. More people will be able to write, more will be able to read, and in doing so, be brought to truth. Do you think there's danger in anyone being able to write, anyone being able to read anything? I think there will always be a place for artists like you and Brother Aok. And Brother Guy. It's kind of you to say so, Andreas, but you need not be concerned for me. I have lived a long life and I'm happy to have served the Lord. When he calls for me, I am ready. Well, that's depressing. Ah, where's the time gone? It is always terse. Too much talk. I must ask forgiveness for not honoring the rule. Until later, Andreas. Hold on. Can't let the puppy bite on a battery. That would be bad. There's a lot of story to this. It's interesting, but... Right? You know, puppies, gotta keep a constant eye on her. It's like having kids, only shorter and furrier. What is he doing? That was curious. What's going on in here? What was that over there? I'll find out. Okay. Andreas, what was that noise? Oh, I'm sorry, Sister Illuminata. I knocked a bowl of paint to the floor. But then Brother Berenik came in, wrote in one of his books, slammed it closed, and left. He was in such a hurry, I don't think he even noticed me. He was slamming books shut? Friar Berenik? Should know better than that. Some of these manuscripts are quite delicate. He seemed to be in a great hurry. I think he's on edge, since Baron Rothvogel arrived early. Which is why books should not be taken out of the library unless it's necessary for divine reading or work in the scriptorium. What the hell? When your kid messages you, you answer. You're still mad at me for borrowing the Chronicle Clara? Oh, that reminds me, there are a few more books I've been wanting to borrow. No, anger is not appropriate response for a nun. But the fact remains that you tricked me into giving you that book for no valid reason. Not valid? Is it not valid to want to see the work of one of the greatest Irish scribes? One who wrote masterworks that even now grace libraries in Cologne, Fulda, and Mainz? No, it is not. Not unless it pertains to your work or the abbot permits it. Now, if you'll excuse me. Wait, what was all the fuss with Lorenz Rothvogel? Why is the prior so nervous? I'm not saying his name anymore. Lorenz? I didn't know you were familiar enough with the man to use his Christian name. Anyway, I haven't dealt with him personally, but the prior and Father Abbot have. I only know that he's purchased a number of our most valuable manuscripts over the years. And he paid enough to help the Abbey when we needed it. Like what? What did he buy? I can't remember. You know, I have my own responsibilities to attend to. How about this, Andreas? If you help me recover some missing books, I'll tell you what I know about the Baron. Oh, thank you. It's good for the Abbey. Where should I begin? Out there, where you and your cohort have carelessly strewn books around the scriptorium. I will tell you what books I'm looking for. Find them and return them to me. The first books are 2 volumes of the Aeneid. Oh, wow. Reddish covers, 14 inches by 10 inches, 3 inches thick. Innsbruck inches or Nuremberg inches. Let's not be that much of a smartass. Just because that seems wrong. Oh, I know those ones. They're among Piero's favorites. He keeps them by my desk. They're not his to keep. There's a fair amount of wear on these. I hope you don't mind. These volumes were old even when Piero started to make the copies. How long ago was that? 3 years. And it is not one of my favorite stories, but I understand why it appeals to Piero. And he chose his duty to the gods over his lover, Dido. Dido? Do you think Anna's sense of duty appeals to Piero? We all have our vocations. Brother Piero takes his more seriously than most of the others in the Abbey. You clearly take your chosen vocation seriously. Andreas, I didn't have a choice in my vocation. You women do. You're right, of course. I appreciate that you understand how limited our roles and choices truly are. I feel like I'm in Blue's Clues. Even in stories, we are maidens to be rescued and wed. cruel seducers of men, or wizened crones. Like Dido, we ordinary women are merely tools in the tales of men. We can never be the protagonists of our own stories. No woman is exempt from that, from the empress to a nun. It is our lot. I suppose I understand now why you are not fond of the Aeneid. It's fine poetry, for men. Now, the books, if you please. I mean, she's not wrong. That was the way it was then. Thank you. Now, Wretched Gurin. This is a printed copy. Green cover, diamond pattern. I do not have the size in the ledger, but hopefully the description is enough. I know the one you're talking about. Brother Adok was reading it. The beauty of this book truly belies its ridiculous content. I'm surprised the Abbey owns a copy. We don't. It belongs to Amida Rusco of Lugano. It's a Venetian edition that's quite valuable. He loaned it to us 5 years ago. It was subsequently lost, and the abbot has received 3 letters about it. All? I've certainly seen the brothers enjoying it. That book is not appropriate reading for Benedictine monks. The baby is sold to pirates, raised a servant that then lives a life of adventure, wooing princesses and fighting in tournaments. Sounds like a good book. You forgot the best part. In the end, Gurin learns he has royal blood, the son of a duke. He reigns as a king and dies a pious hermit. What's not to love? Benedictines should be dreaming of reconciliation with our Lord, not lusty adventures. What's the harm? I suppose you're right. It's better suited for knaves like me. Not my place to reprimand anyone for reading stories, least of all you, Andreas. Still, we must be on guard. Fantasy leads to temptation. Temptation has led to the downfall of many men and women. Sometimes, yes, but books like this, it's all the same type of fantasy, isn't it? Die better than we were born? And what's the problem with that? Why shouldn't a peasant dream of being a king? There is neither Jew nor Greek, neither slave nor free, neither male nor female. For you are all one in Christ, Jesus. We may be in Christ, but we are not equal in this world. It isn't this world you should be concerned with, Andreas. But the book, Andreas, we must return it. Or would you like the abbot to receive a 4th letter? In truth, it's unlike you'd be considered liable under Bavarian law. Oh, are you a legal scholar now as well as an artist? Actually, I did study law at university. I don't care. I'm not concerned about the legality of it, but the principle. The book, please. Aw, she doesn't like my legalese. How rude. There's 1 book left. Then you will be free from bondage. A red cover, 8 inches high, 5 inches across, 2 inches thick. I remember, I believe Brother Guy was reading it. Now that I think about it, Guy has always been guarded about this book, like he was hiding it. Very good, please bring it here. What is this, anyway? Maybe I should have learned French at some point. What is this? Why are you asking so many questions? Just give it to me. Why won't you tell me what this book is? Because it's a dangerous book. Andreas Muller, one of the previous abbot tolerated in spite of a papal order to destroy it. 3 French bishops condemned this book. All copies were to be burned. Its author shared the same fate. Ooh, dear. What? Why? I don't know, Andreas. It's not my place to question the judgment of 1 bishop, much less 3. And before you ask, no, I haven't read it, but I know it contains a dialogue between love and reason. So this book is dangerous. When did the bishop condemn it? They're floating. Okay. 200 years ago. Holy shit. Wait, why is it still here? Because Father Matthias loved books. All books. He didn't want to see it destroyed. He was right to do so. Books shouldn't be destroyed even if their content's in question. The Holy Church does not share your opinion. It is their law we must contend with, not your emotions. The Church was wrong. I'm not going to debate this with you, Andreas, and Father Matthias is gone. It's not my place to question the former abbot's decision, but when Father Gurno learned it was in our possession, he wanted it destroyed. Well, I refuse to give it to you if you're going to destroy it. Yes. What? Why not? What are you going to do with it? Read it and become a French heretic. I'm not sure. I'll hide it and keep it safe. Give me the book or our deal is forfeit. I won't tell you anything about Baron Rothvogel. Consider the sound theological reason for allowing this book to resist. I appeal to your duty as the librarian of this abbey not to destroy this book. I propose a compromise. I will take the book from the abbey, far, far away. I'll be gone by the time Father Gurno asks about it, and if you like, you can say I stole it. I doubt he'll make a fuss about me stealing a book he wanted destroyed. I don't like this, Andreas. It feels wrong in my heart. I swear I'll take it far away. It's been out here for years, and besides, how could you have stopped me? I'm trusting you in this, Andreas. Against my better judgment, don't make me regret this. Yeah. That was the right choice. Now then, Baron Rothvogel, quickly though. I need to finish up here soon. You said that he buys books from the Abbey. How long he's been visiting? He seemed unusually friendly with me. I don't understand it, honestly. You mentioned finding a copy of his Tasse. You said it had some scandalous details in it. Baron is quite wealthy, quite educated, and he loves fine art. I think it's clear why he enjoys your company. Most of his peers don't share his passion for modern thinking, nor are they as interested in art. You are a rare thing, Andreas Mahler, an artist with a university education. You may not be of high birth, but whatever the Baron's faults may be, he chooses to fraternize with common people. Sometimes with unpleasant consequences. What, did he get involved with someone in the town? I only know rumors, a simple argument between Baron and a man. It became violent. Was it Lucky Steinhauer? No, I don't believe so. Besides, I can't imagine the Baron would get the upper hand on a man the size of Lucky. Do you know why they call him Lucky? He survived 2 pieces of masonry falling on him. Ow! One was a gargoyle that he put back up on the church roof himself after it fell on him. In any case, I doubt Lucky was the man the Baron fought with. Should I be concerned for my safety, sister? I can't say. I don't know the Baron much more than you do, Andreas. But there is an inherent danger to walking in the shadow of a powerful man. Just be careful. Well, I must be off to Mass. Thank you again for your help, Andreas. Wait, how will you get to the church if you can't enter the scriptorium? I thought this was the only door into the library. We are standing in the oldest part of the abbey, and like any old place, it has a share of secrets. Good day, Andreas. God be with you. There are secret passages in the church. Time to eat. That's the bell for Sext. The brothers will be sitting down for dinner soon. I should see if Otto is around and still wants to eat with me. What do you want, baby? Come here. Come here, puppy. Oh. There you go, Yuki. Lay down. Be nosy. Wonder what Prior was doing with this book. From the library of the University of 5 Churches, the Hungarians call it Pex. That's where from. Doctor of Theology, George of Gran. This? I can't read it. Text on astronomy, it looks like. Not familiar with it. Sloppy bookhand could have been produced by an abbey. But bastard script, Hungarian, Flemish? Not from here, not recently. This is definitely Phoenix's handwriting, between the lines and in the margins. Is he notating the text for the University of Pex? For his personal use? For the benefit nice. It's a thorough commentary. What is this? It looks scribbled, not like it planning to be so floppy. But he didn't even blot the ink dry. Libra, Capricorn, Aries, all astrological symbols. What's written below? Greek, to be sure. That doesn't make any sense. That's not even a word. Just a jumble of letters. Must be some kind of cipher. What's the key? I suppose I'll figure it out in due time. But I'll copy this all down to reference later. There's a mystery going on. Where are we supposed to go? Meadow? Got a sleepy puppy in my lap. I think we're going the right way. Oh, apparently. What is it? Leave me alone. I wanted to apologize. What am I going to do with your apology? Stuff it up your your stupid fat nose. Just go away. I'm busy. What exactly are you doing? Mind your own business. You're a scoundrel, always up to no good. I'm keeping my eye on you. Eat shit! Done talking. I don't trust that kid. Not at all. Idris. There's Otto. Good day, Master Muller. Oh, Andreas, good to see you. I trust Clara gave you my message. Afternoon, Idris. Oh, Clara did give me your message. Sorry I missed you this morning. I was still asleep when you came by. The abbot really lets you get away with anything, doesn't he? Even be, Otto. I'm hungry. Let's pray. Bless us, O Lord, and these your gifts, which we are about to receive from your bounty. Through Christ our Lord, Amen. 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 Bad morning, barely got anything done. My neck's aching anyway. Not too bad, thanks. I hurt my damn hand splitting timber to replace a bad beam in the abbot's house. Like the food to eat? Sheep's milk cheese. It's not that bad of an injury. It just galls me that the abbot beats us dry and we're expected to do work here when it suits him. Almonds? Oh, it's not all that bad. I get a lot of good work from the abbey. Casting pilgrims' badges is not smithing, but I don't mind. Draco! Welcome in, Dracos. How is everybody? What's going on, gang? The thing.
They're here. Admiral, you did it.
How was your stream? What's up? Hey, Savage. What's going on? We're just checking out Pentiment, which got released today by Xbox Studios and Obsidian. It's a historical point and click kind of sorta mystery adventure exploration thing. Ah, Scorn. Yes, I've heard creepy things about Scorn. I am not surprised. Hope everybody's having a good day. I'm Ange. Hi. I don't have an intro anymore. I'm just like, hi. Eat my raw bread. Scared him repeatedly. That's fast. That's fantastic. Very phallic. Interesting. Interesting. Tell me more. No. It really was. That's fascinating. I'll have to... I'm not one for that genre of games, but I'll have to see if I can catch some gameplay. Just so I can see the fallacies within. Wait, I saw you walking with that Baron in the meadow on your way up here. What's that all about? He's here to check on the commission. I understand he was friendly with Father Matthias. I think he may be here to pressure Brother Piero to finish the manuscript he's working on. As far as I can tell, he's come to terrorize the people of Tossing and Kiersing. A lot of hostile creatures are basic variations of a phallus. Interesting. I mean, I could see that being kind of frightening. I mean, you're walking through a dark corridor and suddenly something shaped like a dick comes at you. I would have issues with this. Yeah, Mel, you'd probably absolutely love it. He was, though Father Matthias had some misgivings about the Baron. What kind of misgiving? That he fools around with young women. He's married, of course. Ah, the Baron is a bit of a Casanova. Otto, that's only gossip. And it isn't Christian to spread rumors like that. Not gossip that he beat up the farmer a few years back. Old Rannig, may he rest in peace. Well, I wasn't there, so I don't know. But if he did that, yes, it speaks poorly of his character. We had a long conversation on our way up here, but he didn't mention anything about that. One looks like a botched circumcision, another like testicles with horse legs, and then the vagina chicken? That sounds like a poorly written synopsis for a porno. Or a really bad fever dream after an orgy. What did you talk about then? I mean no offense, but what does a nobleman have in common with an artist? I don't know what to think about that. I really don't. He talked to me about my work. He's fascinated by both art and books. Martin Luther, my time at the university, a variety of things. He's quite well educated. He could sense my inherent moral quality, Otto. Right, St. Andreas in the flesh. As if a rich bastard like him has any sense of virtue. This bitterness and envy are not good for our Christian souls, Otto. It's not envy, Andres. No one should get away with what he does. What this abbey does. No offense to you, Andreas. I don't have any problems with the books the abbey makes. I mean, I never did learn to read, but if people are paying the abbey to make them, it doesn't bother me. No, I understand. I see why people resent the abbot's rule. He's a harsh lord. Otto, did you see that the Bowers sheep escaped the grazing field again? Andres is trying to change the subject. He's uncomfortable. We're talking shit about people. No, but I'm not surprised. Martin was supposed to fix that fence, and he probably did a bad job at it. He's always in a foul mood, and he could be the laziest soul in Tassing. He can't even hold a hammer properly. Married and a father at such a young age, and he barely lifts a finger for his wife or child. Wow. Otto really doesn't like Martin. I don't like Martin either. He told me to eat shit. That hurt my soul. On top of that, he's a damned thief. And before you say it, Andres, that's more than just gossip. Look at him, over by the guest house. He's probably figuring out what he can steal with the least amount of effort. I admit he seems less than helpful when I saw him this morning. He's a born shirker, sure enough. I know one when I see one. He's just a boy. He still has time to change. Let's go in on him. I don't like Martin. Fuck Martin. Especially when you look in a mirror. Speaking of the Bower sheep, their ewes are shorn, and the women will be spinning it soon, Otto. I got it, Andres. No need to tease. What God wants to happen will happen. Looks like a storm coming. We should probably get back to it. Right, I'll catch up in a moment, Andres. There are layers to this world. There are things going on. Oh, Andres, say hi to Eva for me if you get a chance. Eva, huh? Well chosen, Otto. Andreas, don't. Just tell her hello from me and keep out of it. You're the one involving me in your courtship. I didn't ask to be your messenger. Of course, I'll try to remember. Of course. I should return to work in the scriptorium. Until later. There's time. Oh fuck, it's raining. Whack. Whack! Fucking Martin. I'll punch you. Punch you in your little weasel nose. Why is everybody standing out in the rain? God bless you, Andreas. Brother Matho, what are you doing here? I thought you were aware that in addition to my role as Curacau's sacrist, I tend to the shrine of St. Moritz. He is the patron of Tassing and Curacao both, so it is my duty to ensure his reliquary is well cared for. The shrine is always beautifully clad. Whenever I visit, I always leave inspired. The martyrdom of St. Moritz provides inspiration to us all. You are familiar with the life of St. Moritz, are you not? I've been so focused on my masterpiece I never took a moment to learn. I'm afraid I don't have a habit of learning about every saint I come across. That one sounds good. Well, you ought to learn something about Tassing's patron saint while you're here. Sigh. By all means. St. Moritz is widely known for his martyrdom at the hands of the Romans. He protected a town of Christians from slaughter, and in turn, he and his legion were decimated. What do you mean his legion? Wouldn't that mean he was a Roman soldier? Yes, he was a Roman citizen, and led a legion made up entirely of Christians into Bavaria. When he refused to kill the Christians, even though they were traitors to Rome, the emperor had his legion massacred. Oh snap. Most of the pilgrims who visit come knowing only this, if anything, about his life. However, Tassing venerates St. Moritz because he was the one to convert the town and save it from destruction. Came here? Tassing was pagan? I had no idea the town was so old. Yeah, you did. Indeed, he and his legion were snowed into this pass, and the townsfolk refused to aid them. The daughter of the town's leader, Satio, was moved in spirit and snuck from the town to convert. She led Moritz to a spring, and as soon as she was baptized, the snow melted, revealing all manner of fruits. Moritz and his legion were saved by these miraculous gifts. The town was converted, and the rebels fled into the mountains. What happened to the girl? She too was martyred for her faith by the rebels inhabiting the town. Now her shrine protects Tassing from harm. Yeah, that's dark. What an astounding story. Thank you for the history lesson. You're welcome, Master Muller. God bless you. One more thing, I have a favor to ask you. Yes, Andreas? I was hoping you'd give me my pay for the manuscript early. This isn't part of the agreement you made with Father Grenot. You'll be paid on the completion of each additional manuscript you illuminate, not before. I only have a few pages left in my time. I'll finish them in the next few days. Can't you make an exception this once? Not without good reason. The Abbey runs through mutual agreements, not haphazard payments. Breaking such contracts would be undue trouble not for Curacao, but for Tassing as well. The matter is pressing, Master. For the love of another Christian, I beg you to make an exception. Very well. Do not ask this of me again, Andreas Mauler. Yes, we got the money. Here you are. I shall note this with Father Grenot and Prior Fenric. Thank you, Brother Mathau. God bless you, Andreas. You helped me at a time of need, sir. Alright, now that I've got my payment, I can give Clara the rent early. I'll give it to her directly to make sure she receives it. I'll put it on the table in the evening to surprise them. No, we give it to her. We're not fucking around when it comes to money. A few more pages. Yeah. So. Need to go back to the scriptorium? Alright. This is a very interesting title. The way it presents things. I'm curious to see what the consequences are of my choices. Because you know there's going to be consequences. Whenever you have choices. Let's go be sneaky. Oh. Volvo? I've seen this before in astronomy and medical tracks. What's this one for? 2 wheels. Top wheel has Greek letters and holes cut out to reveal Latin letters underneath. The outer edge of the lower wheel is divided into 4 sections, each bearing an elemental symbol. Greek, Latin, and elemental symbols. It's obvious someone with occult interest fashioned this. At a quarter turn of the upper disc, it aligns different element symbol with the top of the lower disc. The prior is into astrology. He's committing heresy. This must relate to the Greek letters I found in Fenwick's books. I need to compare them. But these symbols aren't the same. The elements don't appear in the cipher, and the astrological symbols aren't on the vocal. There has to be some connection between them that I'm missing. If I can find some way into the library, I'm sure there's a book I could use to figure this out. Sister Illuminata is in there most of the day. Perhaps I can find a way in after dark. And if all else fails, perhaps I could ask Werner Stolz. He lives off the North Commons. I have a sense he doesn't like me much, but I'll find a way to get the information out of him. Interesting. There's a conspiracy here. Back to work. I don't trust the prior. Brother, this work, I don't know where to start. Inconsistent spacing, rough strokes. You're working like you want to see this place closed. Brother Prior, I am working to the best of my abilities, and I dispute your criticism. I may not be fast, but I still have my talent. Praise be to God. And Brother Guy, why are you still on this page? What's wrong with you? Normally, you're so reliable. Many apologies, Brother Prior. I will work harder. If he's gonna come give me shit, I'm gonna give it back to him. Just saying. Carol, I can't believe this. Baron Rothvogel has come to check on his progress, and this is all you have? You should have finished this months ago. Is your mind so corrupted by age that you didn't notice the seasons have changed? Well, you're not the only one who will have to answer for it. But why should you care? Typical. God, shut up, Fennec. Stop taking out your frustration on an old man. Do we want to get that ballsy? Yes, we do. You impotent knave. How dare you speak to me like that? I am the master of the scriptorium. It is my place to run the scriptorium as I see fit. I agree, Brother Prior. Brother Pierre's work is unacceptably slow. You are insufferable, Brother Guy. Oh God, give me the patience to endure this. Please, everyone, this is my work and I accept responsibility for it. Prior is right. Oh, here we go. Is this mine? It must be, yes. It is, my lord. I can No, I don't want excuses. I've come all this way, and I have to be honest. I expected more. It's nowhere near finished, and the style is, well, it's very old-fashioned. I thought I made my desires clear. I feel like my generosity to Kirsau is being taken advantage of. Am I the fool in this sad story? No, of course not, my lord. Never. We can fix this, of course. Of course. We only want to accommodate you. Ah, Andreas, good to see you again. My lord. Father Gano, why not have Andreas complete the illustrations, the rest of the illustrations? He's clearly quite capable. Well, my lord, why not have Brother Guy complete it if speed is your No, I'm not talking about the script. That's fine. But the art, the illustrations. I want Andreas to do the others. Of course. I mean, if Andreas is alright with it. If it takes the pressure off Brother Pierre, I'd be delighted to complete his work. Yes, let's do that. There we have it. I hope this allays your concerns, my lord. Excellent. By the way, Father Abbot, am I still welcome at your table for supper? Naturally, my lord. Wonderful. I'd like Andreas to join us. My lord, I've already made... I have to be honest. I should be honest. Nonsense. You can eat with them any day. I'm only here for the evening. Well, Father? Well, that would be quite unusual. Unusual or not, I doubt that my good friend, the Prince Bishop, would deny additional guests at his table. What do you think? I understand. Yes, you're right, of course. Andreas may join us for supper. I look forward to it. I'm going to have to apologize to the peoples. Hope I get the opportunity. You had this planned. You must have put your hook in the Baron this morning when you ambushed him in town. Oh, go to hell, Fennec. Why are you mad at me? I'm trying to help. This is beyond ridiculous. Listen to yourself. I'll go with that. Brother Prior, Andreas is not to blame for this. I am. Yes, you are. You've embarrassed me, the abbot and the abbey. Brother Fennec is right, of course. No wonder we don't get more commissions. Can you stop flattering the Prior for a minute? If anyone is an embarrassment, it's you. You're so insincere, and you're so obvious about it, Guy. Brothers! Oh, we're getting yelled at by the nuns. Oh, shit. If you please. Sister Zendaya and I would prefer if you kept the noise down. It sounds like Samson slaying the Philistines in... Wow. Of course. Get back to work, everyone. Yeah, I don't like Fenric. Fuck him. Well, that was not wonderful, but there's nothing to be done about it now. I'll finish my work here and wash up in the lavatorium for supper, at the abbot's table. We're trying not to piss off the ladies. Nothing else? Okay. To the lavatorium! If I can remember how to get there. Kitchen, cellar, cemetery, this way. There we go. Courtyard and lavatorium. Andreas, I'm so glad you're joining us for supper, though the circumstances are unusual to be sure. I won't be able to speak with you, none of the brothers will, but it'll be good to have you with us. That's a shame. We enjoy our talks. Now, same doesn't apply to you at the abbot's table. You can talk all you like. Though I wouldn't recommend it. Father Abbot does not look kindly on idle chatter. I hope I don't make a fool of myself. These men are far above my station. I wish you would take my place. You deserve the honor. Supper with an abbot and an old woman. I could get used to this. I'll be nice. Anyway, I'm sorry for the prior treating you. How the prior treated you. It's not fair. It's humiliating. Oh, no, my son. There's no need to worry about me or my pride. And we all need a taste of humility from time to time to keep our feet on this earth. Yarrow is too good for this world. No, Andreas, you are my pride. I cannot claim to have taught you much, but I am proud to have known you and your work. And when you leave us all in Curacao Abbey behind, you can call upon your friend Lorenz, the Baron Rothvogel, to help you in your career. He's wrong, you know. Fenric is wrong about you being slow. There's nothing wrong with your style. It's not old, just because a nobleman said so. Don't trouble yourself over it. Time passes for us all. Things change. The future will right over the present. You need not fear any of it, so long as you remain true to yourself and God. Now I must hurry to the refectory to join my brothers. I will see you inside. Interesting how the water runs. Can I dry my hands? Do I have to go in there with wet hands? I hate eating with wet hands. That sounds wrong. Damn, there's a lot of monks here. Andreas, glad you could join us. Thank you, my lord. Father Godot, Father Thomas, Father Fenric. Simon Peter answered, "You are the Messiah, the Son of the living God." Oh, the Gospel of Matthew. Wonderful. Jesus said, "Blessed are you, Simon, son of Jonah, for this was not revealed to you by flesh and blood, but by my Father in heaven. And I tell you that you are Peter, and on this rock I will build my church, and the gates of Hades will not overcome it." Have you read Matthew much, Andreas? Oh, yes. Ahem. I will give you the keys of the kingdom of heaven. I'm not reading scripture. Whatever binds you on earth will be bound in heaven. That reminds me, Father Gano, have you read anything by Martin Luther? I can't say that I... He has some incredible ideas about the church. Brilliant, I think. Oh, leave me out of this. Lord, is the meal to your liking? I believe you remember you enjoying our quail on your last visit. The quail? My God. Father Abbot, the quail's fine, but don't you think Luther's ideal are worth discussing? He's talking about the future of the church, shaking things up in a way I don't think we've seen before. Father Thomas, you see value in his ideas, do you not? My lord, I mean no offense, but I do not. Brother Matthieu, yes? Oh, appropriate. What are your thoughts on Luther's attacks on the church's sale of indulgences? ... Baron, please do not involve the other brothers in this conversation. Fine, fine. What about Andreas? Certainly a man who attended the same university as Martin Luther can spare some thoughts on his work. You're gonna get me in trouble. Yeah. Et tu, Andreas? I expect more of you. Enough! Lord Rothwell, you are our guest, held in high esteem, but you have worn out my patience. You will not be discussing Luther's work with Andreas, Thomas, Matha, or with any other brother. Is that clear? I suppose, Father. It is your abbey, but you are taking too much offense at this, and you are far too afraid of change. Whether it's from Luther or someone else, reform is coming to the church. You had better accept it. What? Neither you nor Martin Luther dictate change to the Holy Church on their whim. This talk is beyond insulting. It's blasphemous. Outrageous! How dare you? I see. I have overstepped my bounds, and I suppose I have ruined everyone's supper. My apologies. In spite of this unpleasantness, I will make good on my manuscript payment and the donation of my copy of Historia Tasse. If you cannot accept what the future will bring, perhaps it's time for you to come to terms with your past. Well, no need to overstay my welcome, fathers. Brothers, Andreas, good night. Thank you, Andreas, for not letting him engage you in debate. No good would come of it. Now then, I must ask you to leave so I can speak to the brothers in chapter privately. Brother Piero, please accompany Andreas out. I will take my leave as well. Good night. There's shenanigans going on. Don't worry about Father Gano and the Baron. I'm sure it'll be fine by morning. I hope Father Abbot can see that the Baron's heart is in the right place, even if he picked the wrong time to express himself. That seems unlikely. It may be so, but we must never lose hope. In any case, I do hope the Baron respects the Abbot's wishes for the rest of his stay, for everyone's sake. Brother Piero, what do you think of Martin Luther's ideas? Ah, that is for younger and wiser men than me to decide. I am just a monk, thank God. Good night, my son. I should get some... Take my dog out now? No worries, Mel. Gonna send it back home to bed. There's a lot of empty spaces I haven't been. What my quest? Sadly, an argument erupted between the Baron and the Abbot. Hopefully it will get worked out in the morning. I should head back to my room at the Gertner's. Alright. Let's go home. Me? A lamp burning at the guest house. Lorenz must be awake. Wonder how he's doing. What is he thinking? He's a Baron, but he couldn't have expected that to go well. The storm doesn't seem to be letting up anytime soon. I should get back to the girl. Let's go talk to Lorenz. Wanna be nosy. Fine.
Are you all right, Master Mallory? I believe I may have just seen the physical manifestation of a spirit. The ghost? Yes. It could be a Roman. Maybe even an old pagan. Wouldn't be the first time people have seen ghosts around these parts. Interesting. Well, I think I found Johann's lost sheep. I'm going to head home. Take care. I will. Thank you, Till. Be nosy. Figures in this shrine, St. Christopher, are quite nice. First, snowdrops, one of the only flowers that can bloom this early in spring at this altitude. Shrine to St. Moritz, the statue looks ancient. Columbine, looks like it's coming in early. Ah, no! Pale horse, still on the floor. Matins, the pale horse, death. Hell? Sister, listen to my voice. Do you hear me? Do you hear me? Yes? Yes, I hear you, Father. Am I here? Is this now? Yes, you are with us, and this is now. Oh, no. Oh, no. The sister's a prophet. I apologize, Andres. I imagine that must have been quite alarming. Is he alright? He is, yes. Sister Molly is mystic, gifted with visions when God sees fit to give her one. Some are more frightening than others. There's death coming. How long has she been here? She's been sealed in the cells next to the church for 10 years now. If you came to Mass more often, you would see I give her communion through a window to her cell. So, she is an anchoress, a religious hermit so devoted to God that she has enclosed herself in a cell next to the church. She is dead to the world, but continues a life of prayer and religious contemplation. And sometimes, ever so rarely, she receives great and terrible visions. Is she local to passing, or was she a nun at Kiersau? Neither. She came from a Benedictine abbey in Lower Bavaria after it burned down. I am her confessor and caretaker. Many anchorists are not literate. I write down her visions to interpret them. I thought all of the monks and nuns at Kiersau could read, even poor brother Volkbert. Thank you, Father Thomas. I must rest now. Of course, sister. So she saw death. There's going to be death in town. She is not unhappy, but she is in pain, both physical and spiritual. The spiritual pain comes from her revelations. They come and go. I try to adjust them as best I can. The physical pain comes from a deformity in her spine, aching in her joints. I know of no cure for that, save prayer to the Almighty. You're saying she had a vision of death. Could someone be in danger? Oh no, don't rush to judgment. Her visions are divine and powerful, but they could have many meanings. Some of her revelations take years to comprehend. Some may never be understood at all, if God wills it. Still, the argument at dinner was quite troubling. Perhaps it has cast a shadow over her thoughts. Now then, the good sister appears to have fallen back to sleep. I must prepare for bed myself. Good night, Andres. Good night, Father. Interesting. Where am I going? Okay, I'm almost there. Ah! Kid scared the crap out of me. Hello, girl.
Hello.
Yes, yes. Hope he doesn't want me now. Back to the Gertner house. Oh, they're all asleep. Guess I should have taken the taxes back sooner. Feeling I should get some rest. Yes, let's go to sleep. Wonder what happened. Interesting. Time to get back to work. Feel the same way, Ursula. It's all right, Ursula. Good morning. What happened? Storm rolled in during the night. It hasn't let up all morning. Carl and I need to be doing what we can in here to keep us all from washing away. Peter and George are outside trying to deal with the flooding as best they can. Oh my, is the farm in danger? There's always a danger with this much rain, but we've lived through worse. Whatever happens, it will be as God wills it. We must have faith in Providence and endure what is to come. The blind faith is astonishing. Oh, I have some food for you. Yeah. Sorry I couldn't prepare anything more. Thank you. Honored wanted me to say hello, by the way. Oh, did he? Haha. Good, thank you. Have a good day at the Abbey, Andreas. Try to stay dry. Thanks. You too. Good luck. I have to go back in the house. Andreas! Are you doing alright, Peter? No, I'm not. Some of our sheep escaped, and I'd rather not spend my morning fixing this damn wall for the third time this year. This is the way it always is. Rain falls on the Abbey and rolls downhill to us little people. Well, it's hard to blame the Abbey for that. That's just how rain works. There's a reason we're down here and they're up there, right? Anyway, I have to get back to this. See you later. Damn. First, we talk to Clara. Hello, Andreas. Clara, I have something for you. Oh? This should be enough to pay my rent and the tax you owe the Abbey. Andreas, it's far more than your rent payment. We can't accept this. Please, it's the least I can do. You and Peter have been gracious hosts. But Andreas, how did you even find so much coin? Are you sure you'll have enough to spare for yourself? Don't worry about me, Clara. I'll be fine. Oh well, if you're sure. Thank you, Andreas. You don't know what this means to us. I'm happy to help, Clara. It's the Christian thing to do. You're a good man, Andreas. Thank you. I'll let you move on with your day. God bless you. Until later. There we go. That quest is done. Alright. Now, for now, kids are home. I need to get them settled, get some food myself, get supper prepared. So we're going to raid it. I will be back on later tonight, however, with either some Lost Eidolons or possibly some more Tactics Ogre. I haven't decided yet. Where are we going to go? Ba-dum-bum-bum-bum. I know. We'll go raid Steph. I haven't raided Steph in years. We're currently playing Modern Warfare 2, which I guess would be a little unusual, but you know, we're going to do the thing anyway. So thanks everybody for coming by, the raids, all the shenanigans. Sounds like I got to take my puppy out too. Sorry, Pat. That's how it goes sometimes. But you know, Steph, we're going to go raid Steph. I'll be back on tonight if you happen to drop by. There's some raid calls, do the thing. Love you all. Take care. And we'll see you after.